GETTY, HUAWEIHuawei are challenging Apple and Samsung. Chinese manufacturer Huawei have bucked a troubling trend with European sales of their smartphones jumping by 38.6%. This means that Huawei, the third biggest manufacturer in terms of units sold, is rapidly closing in on the big two. The latest figures, from market research firm Canalys, show that while Samsung lead the way with 33.2% of European smartphone sales and Apple follow with 22.2%, Huawei's rising sales mean that they are only 6% behind their Californian rivals in third place. The data shows that during the first quarter of 2018, Huawei sold 7.4 million handsets in Europe, less than 3 million behind Apple. This is a new era for smartphones in Europe. Ben Stanton. The wider market suffered a notable 6.4% slump as customers grow less keen to trade in their phones for upgraded models, and the market, in Western Europe at least, becomes saturated. Although this is not the case in Central and Eastern Europe, where a buoyant Russian market has driven growth, that has only partially offset the slowdown. This drop in sales affected top-tier phones such as the iPhone X and Samsung Galaxy S9, although the iPhone X was still comfortably the top-selling phone in the region. Meanwhile, although Samsung's sales fell, its shipment value rose due to the high price of the Galaxy S9. Canalys put at least some of Samsung's decline down to Huawei and Xiaomi muscling in on the lower and middle ends of the smartphone market to some success. Xiaomi are the fourth biggest selling smartphone firm in Europe, but their market share is only 5.3%. Huawei's success is all the more threatening for the big two companies, as these figures only show a marginal impact from the well-received P20, as the Chinese brand's latest flagship debuted late in the quarter. Despite the late launch, strong reviews for the P20 can't help but have helped Huawei's figures towards the end of the period. Express.co.uk reviewed the P20 recently and found its much-hyped triple camera was a revelation, while TechRadar, who said it was something of a coup for Huawei, and PocketLint both agreed. The latter even said that, with the P20 Pro, Huawei had arguably produced the best phone of 2018. Canalys. Huawei's sales figures are catching those of the big two, Samsung and Apple. Express newspapers. The Huawei P20 Pro is an astonishing phone in 2018's next 3 months, and beyond. The P20 will be expected to boost Huawei's high-value sales considerably, Canalys analyst Ben Stanton said. This is a new era for smartphones in Europe. The few remaining growth markets are not enough to offset the saturated ones. We are moving from a growth era to a cyclical era. Canalys suggests that this new era will have the biggest impact on smaller smartphone manufacturers. In these results, Sony, LG and Alcatel all suffered major sales declines. However, the comparative success of newer entrants Xiaomi and Nokia, along with Huawei's headline-grabbing performance, means that the new isn't all gloomy for smaller brands.